some of you know Jordan more than others. I dare you. Because you know what I'm going to do to you after. That whole big...
Cut off that ponytail.
You'd be like the last samurai. Come on. Alright. Except you're not a samurai. So.
Let's cut off the tie.
You should do that.
Be a gutless
Okay,
thing to
right
do
off
right
the
there.
tie.
So, some of you don't know Jordan as well as others, but some of you have known him for a long time. Long story short, Jordan's going to be able to share. We're actually going to ask you to, you can answer questions, you can talk while we're cutting your hair.
Yep.
What's going on? For those of you who don't know, Jordan is going to be heading out in January to Southeast Asia.
My birthday!
Yes, your birthday's in January. That's right. And he's going to be gone for about 6 months. And he's going to be teaching at a school there. He's going to be teaching English. He's going to be helping with some camp stuff, sports stuff. One of the main reason, however, that Jordan is going all the way to Southeast Asia with the organization he's going with, which is called Teach Beyond, is he's trying to find creative ways to actually tell people in the country that he's going to, which we can't tell you, about who Jesus is and what he's done. So, I mean, we've had a lot of fun running around, playing all sorts of games, and we're going to eat more food and all that kind of stuff. We still have just less than an hour still tonight, and this won't take that long. We still have other things planned. And it's fun to do that kind of stuff. It's fun to dress up. It's fun to get presents at Christmas and all that. But we got to remember that Christmas, spell it, Christ, right? Right in there. Christmas is about Jesus being born, coming down to earth, sent by God to be the Savior of the world. That's what we remember. That's what we celebrate, that he would come, that he would then also not just be born, but he would grow up, he would live a perfect life for each one of us, and that he would die on the cross in your place and my place for all of the sins that we have done, all the sins that we will do. He's the one that paid the penalty for that. And so that's why we celebrate Christmas. That's why we make a big deal. Yeah, again, it's fun to do all these kind of things, but it's because of Christmas and because of Easter together that Jordan is going to go far away, and he's going to teach. He's going to teach well. He's going to meet other people there, but he's also going to try to find as many opportunities as he can to tell people about Jesus, people who maybe have never heard anything about Jesus. Some people, we think, in our country, like, oh yeah, Christmas, blah, 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 Santa Claus and this and that. Yeah, sure, it's about baby Jesus. There are millions of people on the planet who don't even know what Christmas is, let alone that it's actually about Jesus and God's love for us, and that we can be forgiven and we can be rescued and set free and we can live with God forever. They don't even know. So Jordan is going to go, and that's going to be partly what he's going to be doing. So we're going to allow him then to talk as we cut his hair. We've got a video camera here, so we're asking that everybody take, just cut one dread. Don't cut his ear off. That would not be cool, because it's going to be on camera, and we'll have that footage on forever, and we'll just keep showing you. You're the worst at cutting. And we'll show everybody on Sunday and be like, I can't believe it. Abby cut his ear right off. I was looking right at you, that's why. Not that you will. But when you come, don't stand in front of the camera to cut, right? That's not really going to work.
Like a before
We should do it before, before and after picture. So everybody huddle around behind Jordan. That's a good plan. You got me to take them? Great plan.
I love this.
And if you guys don't know, this is Jeff. Jeff attends our church. He does lots of cool tech stuff and loves to do it.
I'll get into the picture and I'll take this for all you guys.
Yeah, I'll get in a second. I just want to take one. Jordan.
I'm not cutting it in my face.
Oh yeah, thanks.
You're covering your kids.
Look at the camera, girls.
I'm covering the kids. Girls, can you see? Alright, let's everybody say dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks.
And say Jordan.
Jordan.
Alright. So any questions? I'm next.
Okay.
Alright.
I've also been
So how this is gonna go? Listen. How this is gonna go? Taylor.
We're just doing this.
Whoa. how this is going to go. In order to cut a dread, you have to ask Jordan a question.
Just one.
Right? Something about what he's going to be doing, how he's feeling about going. You know, but it doesn't have to be like a super crazy complicated question. Right? No. But that's how this is going to go. Make sense?
Go for it.
Ethan.
So what made you want to travel so far?
Take your scissors. What made me want to travel? A lot of what Phil just said. The possibility of
Stand in front of the camera.
cut as much as you can. By the way,
As close as you can to his
close as
head,
you can to my head.
Ah,
Yes.
show it to the camera.
There's the first one.
Looks like a long worm.
There to lick it.
So a big part of it is just wanting to go and tell people about Jesus. Part of it is also I am qualified to do that in a way that not everybody is, because not everybody can just up and leave the country, right? I can because I don't have any kids or I'm not married or anything. So I figured I'd better make use of that. Mackenzie,
How long is your travel going to be? Is it
at least 6 months. You can come cut it. At least 6 months to start with, and then I'll be back in the summer for 2 months, and then I may go back for another 2 years. We will see.
Wow. Well, if you could keep your dreads, would you?
Yeah, but I think so. The reason we're cutting them is because the school that I'm going to has a dress code, and they have asked me to. Yep. Yeah, you gotta cut it all off. They've asked me to keep it short because of sort of the cultural connotations over there, and it seems like a good reason to cut them, because if Jesus gave it all for me and for them, I can sacrifice a little bit of hair.
Sounds good.
Kill him first. Go for it.
So in this country, are there a lot of Christians, or is it
No, it is not a predominantly Christian country.
Nice and close to the head, yeah. Nice.
Thank you.
how much money have you collected for the trip?
I don't have an exact figure for you, but the total had to be something around $7,000, and I have met that goal. Yeah.
And the church donated half.
Church donated half. Yeah.
Thank you.
Jared, you gotta keep some of that for your,
Dave has a question.
Where are you?
gotta keep some of those for your, travels, just to remember us.
I'd rather remember you guys by other means than dreads.
You know, we can put them in the freezer in the back.
Have you ever
Here, how about hair pops?
I have never traveled this far. The furthest I have traveled was I did a trip to Bolivia in South America, which is where I got the poncho that I was wearing today. And I've also traveled to the UK to do a similar mission trip. Both of those were only a little over a week. So.
Wait, so you went to United Kingdom?
Yes.
You can ask more than one question.
Yeah. But if there is somebody who hasn't asked a question and wants to, I want to give that opportunity as well.
Yeah. I mean,
are you excited or nervous or in the middle?
so excited.
I'd be nervous.
Yeah, go too.
I should do 2 now. 2
Who else has got any questions? Anything? Yeah, all right.
Does it have to be pertaining? You cut off 2 now.
Pertaining to Jordan.
Just
as a
do one,
person.
because
Yeah, not
everybody's going to want
do
to.
you like
Yes.
Liz?
Oh, what are you doing?
Water dread stuff.
It's scissors, not a saw.
I'm saying, let all the students.
Oh, yeah.
Jaden.
What are you excited about teaching?
Sorry, say it again?
What are you excited about teaching?
Well, I'm mostly going to be teaching, I'm mostly going to be doing extracurriculars over there for the next little while, but then after that, there's rumors that their English teacher over there is going to bow out for a bit, so that's probably what I'm going to be teaching.
English. Oh, Noel, you have a question?
What's your question? What is the question?
Can I cut?
You want to cut a dread?
She's. Will you miss me? That's what she was.
I will absolutely miss you, Noel. Anyway, do you want to cut one? Careful.
Here, we'll let Daddy.
Be careful.
Hold one up.
Yeah, well, can do that.
And you want to
Cut it tight. Thank you.
Nice job, Noel. Mackenzie, do you want to cut one? Do you have a question for Mr.
You can go in.
Maybe. It'll be a question of whether or not, if I like it, if I'm called there for another 2 years, then that's where I'll be going, for sure. So.
Ask him a question.
Mac, what do you want to ask?
What's the question you want to ask? Nothing.
What book are you gonna miss most?
I'm going to try and bring as many books with me as I can.
How many books are you bringing with you?
It's something around, I don't know, 12 maybe? 12 or 13? Woo! Plus a bunch of comic books. So I don't know if those count. Thank you, Mark.
So how much?
I haven't asked a question yet. My
I'm
question's
going to try
can
and
I
keep
pick
it
it
simple.
Come on up. Can I sit down? Can I sit on your lap?
Big suitcase full of clothes. You're going to have a box of books mailed to me, and that might be it.
Whoopsie.
Toiletries.
Oh man.
Chelsea.
Thank you.
There's a apartment building right beside the school where I'm teaching at. I'm going to Southeast Asia.
I don't have a question. I'm trying to think of one. I have a question, or can we just say?
Does it have to be related to the trip, or can it be random?
Yeah.
How long did it take to grow your hair?
So I've had the sorry. I've had the dreads for 3 years. I think I went 3 years before that without a haircut.
Like John.
Is that?
Like John the Baptist.
Yeah, Jordan the Baptist. Mackenzie.
You want off?
Gabby.
Oh, Gabby.
Oh yeah, you can go.
Okay, go, Gabby.
You want to stand?
What's the population of the place that you're going to?
I don't know, but I'm betting it's pretty big.
Okay.
For its size.
Nice sound.
You got close.
That was almost
Nine
it.
minutes.
That was almost it.
Do you know how dreads form?
Sort of.
Like stalactites.
Yep. No, they.
Tights are nice.
You knot them and you wax them and knot them. So a friend of mine waxed them up a couple of years back and then spent a good, basically over 12 hours knotting them behind my head.
Do you like the movie Edward Scissorhands?
I've never seen it.
Live it.
Oh, I love that movie.
I'm not even gonna.
We should watch it.
I'm gonna cut some right
Now
now.
you're doing it now.
Oh!
Ah!
I cut the front.
You just cut them?
I'm cutting.
Did you have another question that's not related to this at all? Yeah.
Where are you going? Because I forgot.
Can't tell you.
What?
That's Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia.
It's as specific as it can get. Abby, what's up?
I was gonna ask you how long you've been a Christian.
I've been, so I was saved back on my Bolivia trip actually, which is coming up on 9 years ago now. A little over 9 years. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Don't twist
You
it,
gotta cut it all the way
Matt.
through.
It's Mackenzie. It might take a while.
She's cutting
Just
through
help her.
track.
Help her speed it.
The camera?
It's not that painful.
There you go.
Good job. You see the scissors, please?
Jordanette.
Kristen.
Have you always wanted to travel to the country you're going to?
Not in particular, but I've always, for the last 8 years or so, I've been studying and engaging with this particular, the religious perspective that I'm most likely to run up against.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so that is, I don't know, I guess. That answers your question, I think.
Yeah.
Ethan.
In that country, is it against the religion or the law to preach about another?
It's certainly frowned upon.
So you could be arrested, right?
It's unlikely, but so a friend of mine who's sort of not from that country, but from a country close to it, pointed out to me that it is possible that even though the law might be on your side, the cops aren't necessarily. So the cops.
Colin has another question.
You'll see. Colin, go for it.
So like, are there a lot of churches, or is there like not that many?
Not too many, no. In fact, the churches there will have to meet on Friday, because that is the day off. They don't have Sundays off.
What religion is in that country?
So it's mostly Muslim country.
Isn't it Buddhism?
No. Buddhism. No. Not in this country. Ready?
What will you miss most about Windsor?
You guys. No question. So I've been here for 9 years, or 8 years, 8.5 years, and I don't know how much I really love this place, but and there've been some hard times here for me, but there are some good people here that I've grown close to, and I'm thankful for that, and that have done me a lot of good. Here in this room, and so I'll miss you guys a lot.
We'll miss you too.
Thank you, Mackenzie.
You're one of the originals on the school board. Now you're leaving.
Sorta.
Hey guys, save the last one for Nathan. Nathan should cut one.
Is there anyone who wants to cut one that hasn't?
My.
There's only two. There's only two left.
You don't want it? They gotta get cut.
There's one left.
Yo, Jordan, how about you?
I don't know what else does.
Cut your own last one. All right. I'm standing in front of the camera.
Okay.
I'll hold it out.
Yep. In there?
No.
You're missing your hand.
Not your finger, not your finger. Yeah. Look at me.
He has like little pink.
He looks different.
Are you gonna go home and shave it?
Yeah. Gonna buzz it.
All
Can you
right.
like take a picture and send it to Phil?
I mean, yeah.
Of you like both?
Yeah.
Phil will see it. We're gonna
What's
Skype.
your shaved and stuff?
Jordan, when you go to that country, I'll start texting you.
No, don't do that. It will cost you a fortune.
All right.
No.
Don't do it.
I'll FaceTime you.
That could work.
That doesn't cost money. FaceTime.
That's great. I don't have FaceTime.
I want Skype.
I do have Skype. You want to Skype me, guys? You go right ahead.
I will.
Add me on Skype.
Skype on the airplane.
Phil, did you want the after shot?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Why don't you lift your chair up and then we'll just...
Sit up.
I was just gonna...
Yeah.
Let's go. Right. Okay.
Fling them around.
Yes. Help us.
Yep, that'll happen.
We're gonna go over this.
Take it, Randy.
Okay. If you haven't guessed how many candies are in the jar, write down your guess.
Oh, I already have it.
Oh yeah, picture first. Sorry, picture first.
Picture first.
Pardon? Oh, class. Okay, we're doing a picture first. Picture.
Did you miss it?
Do you feel lighter?
I definitely feel lighter. But I miss it. I usually like to comb through them, right? They're my security blanket. Like minus. Right? Peanuts Christmas.
Zach, you gotta look at the camera for one more.
Look at the camera.
Southeast Asia.
Everybody say no more dreads. No more dreads. Everybody say Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia.
Everybody say noodles.
Noodles.
Everybody say rice.
Rice.
Everybody say marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
Marshmallow.
All right.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you so much.
Right up here?
Yeah, you did a good job.